me laugh and drink and say there was something, but you say there was nothing, but you say it with a smile. Whoa.
All right, welcome in everyone. Welcome to the fifth quarter fantasy cast. Kevin and I are back together again. The doctor's in the house, and if you haven't noticed, he's one of 17 children, and it's not something he talks about a lot. But yeah, what's it like being from such a big family?
Oh, Daddy Antonio just caring for all of us. I, it turns out I have 16 brothers and sisters. What's it like being George Kittle's aesthetician?
It's easy because he listens to nothing I tell him. I'm like, dude, you are cheesing hard, and he's just like, nah, I'm gonna keep it. So I get paid to basically not get advice taken. Hey, that's true. I mean, the man is cheesy,
Yeah,
and he may not play like a butt cheese boy all the time, but he looks like a butt cheese 100%.
yeah, definitely. If he's over the age of 30, he's a local cheese holder for sure. So, um,
That's
anyway, well, yeah, it's great to be back. Great to get the boys back together. So yeah, I guess we'll just talk about. So we had a couple of pretty big solo episodes this last week where we kind of finally got some real content out there for everybody. Took us like a month, but we finally started getting into the meat and potatoes. So we got, I put out my tier list. You put out your tier list. Both kind of similar, but we're a little different on a couple of players. I think. And what I like about yours overall is you did some things that I kind of wanted to do, but I just didn't. Where like Joe Burrow, I think he's elite, but I'm just not going to put him in the S tier because we get roasted and we go down to 11 followers or something. So, but I mean that's what makes it bold. That's what makes it different. So, but yeah, I like that you put Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence up another tier two. Because I think you're just that high on them. But I guess what you're up on Dak Prescott's up a tier, Daniel Jones is up a tier, Geno's up a tier. I know you have kind of a personal connection to him last year. He was your you came back into the fantasy game last year after a hiatus and he was your quarterback. So
Yeah, I learned more about not just second year players, but second year offenses
mhm.
as a whole, and how that's kind of a thing too, for the good and for the bad. So
Oh yeah.
and so I was listening to a podcast that were kind of talking about that. Then I started thinking about it on my own. I was like, oh my god, that makes sense. Kind of like
Yeah.
that second year with the offense, that guy gets to plug in his stuff. That everyone's just gelling really well. And so, Geno's in that second year offense. There's a lot of examples of that throughout the league. So I was like, okay, that's another cool thing to be thinking about when you're drafting your teams is who's not only a
Yeah.
second year player, but a second year offense. So
Yeah.
I'm a little higher
And
on
I
some.
know Yeah, and I know the second year receiver is a big thing. Like I know we're both Jahan Dotson guys. He's one of those breakout second year receivers. It used to happen in like the third year, fourth year, but just the league's evolving so much that they kind of have to have it together by that second year. So like we saw it with was last year Devontae Smith's second year? I think he was a second year breakout. He might have been third. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
But
but yeah,
so
like
that's just something that it's like another. I mean, sometimes it can be overwhelming. There's like too many fantasy considerations. This,
yeah,
look at this, look at that, look at this. But if you put together a few things that you just want to pay attention to, that can be helpful on draft day. Maybe you don't try to pay attention to every little thing, but stuff like that. If you think that's a valuable thing to watch for, then yeah, apply it
yeah,
when you're drafting. Um,
yeah,
so I noticed, which this wasn't your fault, you just had made it before D Hop got placed. But I was going
yeah.
to ask you um, on your tier list, where would you put D Hop now that you know where he's located?
So D Hop, I'm just gonna reference mine. I'm gonna pull it up secretly here. Let's see. Where did you have him? You had him in the
See.
end of C tier, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think that's about where I would have him, maybe D tier. I think I'd draft like Calvin Ridley before him. I'd draft Jerry Judy before him, but I would have him above the E tier guys. Like I'm probably drafting him before, and I might even move Marquise Brown up one, but I'm drafting him before Drake London. I'm drafting him before Amari Cooper, Jahan Dotson, those guys. I'm the only reason why I'm down on him is because it's I don't know. I just don't think Tannehill supports too many fantasy relevant receivers.
Yeah.
Which he's a fine quarterback. I think he gets shit on for no reason. But I don't know, because he threw 3 interceptions in the playoff game, but 2 of those were tipped off of the receiver's hands. So I don't know. It's like people who don't watch him will just give him a ton of just be way down on him, which he's not great for fantasy anyway. But yeah, I mean D Hop, yeah, he's a great talent. Just no matter how much volume they get him in Tennessee, I just don't see him like being a top 12 guy or anything. So that's why I'd have him maybe a tier below where you had him. But I think it makes sense for him to, be up there behind like the Devontae Smiths of the world and, all that. But I can tell, I can respect if someone's high on him. There weren't any takes on yours that I didn't like. I think I liked more than, basically saw a lot of stuff I would probably change in my tier. I love that you had Tony Pollard number 4, like as your number 4 running back. Like you're that high on your guy.
Yeah,
so it's a lot of people be they'll go by like the average ADP and like, oh, that's a reach, and it's like, no, dude, it's the same tier. It's that next group of guys past the elite. Go get them if that's the one that you believe in. Like, who cares if the other guys haven't gone yet? And Tony Pollard, he has that elite upside where he's gonna, that PP. I think that's what you're really looking for, is that those PPR points out of your, out of those receptions, out of those running backs too. So, really like that. I think I'm super low on Jonathan Taylor, like much lower than everyone else.
right.
So that's one thing I kind of noticed that's different with mine. And then is AJ Brown your number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you get to that? Was it because he's attached to Hurts or what?
Yeah, like if Hurts is gonna move up even greater than last year, then AJ Brown's coming with him, and then that's that second year with the offense kind of situation.
True.
So I was just kind of thinking through that. I just think that offense is going to keep doing good things, and they
Yeah.
drafted well. They made some nice moves in free agency. So they've added weapons, and like I was talking about in my solo, don't worry about weapons. Weapons are good.
Right.
Oh, my guy's not going to get looked at. No, your guy's going to get more
Right.
clear. Who cares if targets come down? Average 3 targets a game. What are the quality of those targets? They're probably better quality targets because
Yeah.
now more defenders have shifted off to so and so and else. So it's like, an offense like Detroit full of weapons. That's a great offense. That's you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your dude. You don't worry about competition.
Right.
Now if you're banking on like a number 3 receiver to like come through for you, and then they add a really highly sought after weapon. Okay, now you can piss and moan a little bit because your guys
Yeah.
are going to see significant less playing time. But if you got an elite guy, more weapons are a good thing for that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That makes sense. The and also I noticed you're pretty high on CD. You have him in that Tyreek, that Cooper Cup level. Is that fandom, or do you or do you really think he's going to show up and show out this year?
Yeah, I thought CD had such a nice kind of year last year
Yeah,
where people knew him, but like he really stood out last year. And
yeah,
so there's like some people from last year who stood out that I was like, like they're gonna kind of fall off. Like that's how I was. Um, that's how I was with some other guys. I was like, I'm not really feeling that. Um, you know, um,
they're a nah.
our boy in Seattle. What's his face? Our running back in Seattle.
Oh, Kenneth Walker. I saw
Yeah,
you were down on him. Yeah,
yeah. Like I think he's not gonna have the year. It's not his fault, it's just a competition. But like other players, like CD, I think he's gonna we're putting K-Dub in the cheesy boy. Oh, so yeah, I just like I see him taking that momentum from last year and moving forward with it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And then what I think is kind of a hot take in the tight end tiers that you did is, and I get it because, people are down on Kyle Pitts. Like he's had a couple years, and it's one of those things where it's not his fault, like misused, not used even. So like I think I saw a stat somewhere, and I really need to start referencing my stats better. But someone said that I don't know, some guy said that he had the targets, but they were bad targets. Like it was, I think he caught like I don't know, like 50% of the balls or something like that, or some low number. And they're like, if the quarterback could just be more accurate, those are much better targets and more catchable. So that's what he was kind of dealing with last year. And but yeah, so you have Pitts down in like the B tier and Kincaid up. So I know you're very high on Kincaid. We did just have a dynasty startup, and you were able to get him. I was targeting him too, but yeah, super high on Kincaid. I thought Chigakonkwo would be higher for you though. I saw him down in the D tier. Did you make that after the Hopkins signing, or I guess why were you down on Chig? Because I know you love him.
Yeah, honestly, post Hopkins signing, I think I didn't tweak with tight ends because I would move Chig up with the Hopkins signing.
Yeah,
A
he opens
little
it
bit.
up. Yeah,
But the Titans just have that kind of little bit of depression sitting over everything to do, and also, Tannehill. How many games did he miss last year? He was probably
yeah,
4 or 5 games last year. So we're like a second Tannehill ankle re-aggravation away from
yeah.
Will
It could be
Levis
bad.
or Malik Willis, and like that's bad for everybody. I don't care if you're D Hop. I don't care if you're Chig. When like that's not going to be good for anybody. And like at the end of the
No.
day, Ryan Tannehill is serviceable, but he's starting to show that injury weakness. So the Titans just
Yeah,
kind of have this like little dark cloud sitting all over their guys.
yeah.
Even,
They're not.
even your boy Traylon, you love you some Traylon.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah. I don't know. I think I keep him about the same, but I am a little worried. Like, and I was probably, I don't know if I was, I think I'm about the same with the D Hop signing. Like, I think it maybe caps his ceiling a little bit. But maybe he has the same floor. I don't know. But yeah, hard to tell. It's just, I think the Titans are just not a very fantasy friendly team. But at the same time, there's a lot to be desired. So like that's why we even mentioned so many Titans in these tiers, which maybe we're a little higher on them than we should be. But I guess we'll find out. And from a real football standpoint, I think the Titans basically just signed up for like, hey, one more shot at this, and then it's all gonna be blown up and it's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of like one more half-ass shot. Like it's not
yeah,
a full-ass shot. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, we're gonna go get this one guy, but you're still playing,
yeah,
this kind of football. And like anytime a team talks about their toughness, I'm just like,
yeah.
oh, this is gonna be bad for fantasy.
Yeah, it's like when someone has a high motor and nothing else, and like it's some undersized white receiver or
We need to
something.
come up with coach phrases that are basically fantasy death sentences. And you'll be
Yeah,
like, oh, okay, when a coach talks about their team having grit, just like you don't want
not
anyone on
good.
that team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're gonna score 2 touchdowns this year. Yeah, grit's not good. You don't want grit.
No.
Like fantasy's a fancy game. You want a lot of points.
If you
So,
hear the word smash mouth come out of the
mm-mm.
coach,
Oh
just
God,
nope,
exotic smash mouth that sucked. Yeah.
I don't want
Um,
anyone on that squad.
mm-mm.
No smash
No, no.
players in my fantasy team.
Nope, I want guys who don't want to get hurt and that only care about their points and all that. So
Get out of bounds.
anyway, yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to go over with the tier lists on
Yeah.
your end. But
So
overall, good tier list. It was fun. I think we should do that every year. I think that'll be a staple. So
So you need to tell the people about a special situation that we have set up
Yes.
for them using Underdog.
Yeah, yeah. So if you don't know what Underdog Fantasy is, it's awesome. So it's basically it's best ball. There's also some sports betting things like that. We're not going to give you any sports betting advice because I think we're both pretty bad at it. But Underdog's fun because you basically draft your team and forget it. There's no maintenance during the year. You don't have to set lineups. Best ball is where it takes whoever scored the highest at each position, they're going to fill that starting lineup for you. And then there's cash prizes and all that. You do have to put some money in. So if you use our code Fifth Quarter Fantasy, Underdog will match your deposit for up to $100. So if you put in 100, then you have 200. So really, yeah, get your money, get Piz Aid, and use Underdog. So we're actually going to do a an Underdog draft tonight. So let's do some best ball. So and Vinny's gonna kind of just be the commentator on this one and let me draft, and we'll just kind of talk about some guys that we really can't stop taking, and you'll see them kind of come up in this one. So I'm gonna share my screen, and then we're gonna do another episode at a later date where Vinny drafts a team. And I'll keep him company while he does it. So everybody enjoy the best ball drafting. Here we go. So I'm gonna hide this, and then I'm going to.
So while he's working on that, if you're not familiar with best ball is literally what it is. So you fill your players in the lineup, and what's going to happen is whoever scores the most in that position is going to be your score for the week. So there's no worrying about, oh, this matchup, that matchup. You set your guys in there. The best scorer is going to be the one who scores for you. And so I like best ball since I discovered it 2 years ago. It's a really cool way to kind of have a little skin in the game and also do some, like, it's almost like mock drafting with a little bit of money. And you can learn a lot about valuations because it's real people. It's not AI. It's real people with their real money drafting, and you can learn a lot about where players are going in the draft.
Yeah, yeah, you can. It really will help you for your season long dynasty, all that stuff. One thing I run into as I love dynasty is falling in love with rookies too much, and I think we might have noticed it in my dynasty draft. I think I took like 10 rookies or something, something crazy. So yeah, for some reason it won't let me make this any bigger, but basically what we're gonna do is the weekly winners tournament. It's a $15 entry. And basically we have 30 seconds to pick, and it is just best ball, one QB, and all that. So let's see. Oh, nice. We have $69 now. All right.
Nice.
So
Not a penny more. And so this is just one QB, two running back, two receiver, one tight end, or is it one of everything?
let's see. So what we're looking at here is where's the and I'm usually picking from my phone, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed this on the desktop. I noticed this on the desktop on Monday. Is that, yeah? It doesn't show you your positions for your team.
Oh man, yeah, that kind of sucks. Okay, so I think it's just honestly, I think it's just one QB, and like you're loading up on running backs and receivers during these things.
Yeah.
So oh, here we go. All right, so and we might be in the way there. So, but basically, what this says is quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. Okay, so it takes one of each. so so basically we're trying to hit on all these. We have the 1.7 here, so we're not going to get Jefferson, we're not going to get Chase.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at, you could get, I don't know.
Bijan
Yeah, you could probably get second,
or
third running
Eckler.
back off the board, or you could get like third, fourth receiver off the board.
Hmm. Yeah, so and I thought that there were a lot more starting positions in this one, but I guess it's just one of each. That's crazy.
That might actually just be showing you your breakdown as you're drafting.
Yeah. Maybe
I don't know
that's
if it's
it.
showing you your actual like week to week.
Oh, right. Hmm. All right, so we have started. So,
And so we're going to do about 10 rounds, and then Kevin's going to finish up. We'll end the show, and Kevin will finish up his draft. But we're going to show you kind of like what happens in 10 rounds, and you get an idea of what's going on.
yeah. So this might look better if we show it this way,
Yeah, I think
but I
so.
don't want to miss out on my cue. Man, it kind of sucks on computer. Like it, like I don't know. It's just easier
Yeah, I've
on.
only seen it on the desktop.
Yeah.
So there we go. So automatic, Chase and Jefferson off the board.
Mm-hmm. So we're just gonna have we're gonna keep our cue right here and just kind of watch up at the top. McCaffrey's gone. Hill. I know Cup will probably be gone. Kelsey will probably be gone. Oh,
Eckler, your boy Eckler. This could be crucial here. Let's see what this fellow's going to do.
yeah.
So you're
He's really
thinking.
thinking about it.
So where are you going? So there
All
goes.
right, so he went Kelsey. We've got the about 20 seconds here. So I
So,
can go I can go Cup, I can go Robinson. I'm gonna go Cooper Cup.
all right, let's get some Cooper Cup exposure.
Yes. Yeah, I was tempted to go Bijan just because he's, one of those elite or what we think elite running backs, but maybe some of these people will be afraid of taking a rookie. I doubt he's going to slip this far, but yeah, we're
Yeah,
10 picks away. He's going to be gone.
yeah, he's not going to make it back around to you, but someone behind you is probably thinking, hey, someone in the maybe 10 spot right now is like, holy crap, I might get some Bijan here.
Right, right. Yeah, so the Green Ranger might be getting Bijan. Uh, yeah,
And
I like
so,
to see like if people fall. Like I like that we can draft Saquon now. Like I was avoiding him because of the holdout, but he signed today,
I
so that
mean,
was huge.
what, Bijan's still rolling, still available at pick 11 here.
Mm, he's gonna go.
I mean, he's not making it to you, but I'm curious. Now, is this a 12 team?
Yeah, yeah, they always do 12 teams, so they just kind of have it set to
Gotcha.
that ideal amount.
Man, now this guy's going back to back.
Oh,
He could.
yeah, he took him.
There we go. All right, Bijan and Chubb. All right, so he went double. He went traditional,
Yeah,
but that's it's a pretty sweet situation there.
yeah, yeah. I like seeing how the other teams build their teams
Yeah.
too. So it's interesting.
There goes our first quarterback. So Hurts in the second round, top of the second. Man, CD? Do you want CD here?
Mm,
What?
let's see.
Oh, you can have it if you want it. Oh, but you got Waddle. You could get your running back.
Let's go
Oh,
quality.
yeah. All
ADP be
right.
damned. We get our guy, man.
Nice. Yeah, because
Yep.
he wasn't gonna be there when you came back around.
No, yeah, that's another thing you have to think about. Like, you got to think, like, okay, how far away am I? I'm 12 picks away. Like, so you got to think, like, most of these people are going to be gone. And then you're looking at the butt cheese boys of the world, like Josh Jacobs.
Anytime,
But-
anytime Josh Jacobs is mentioned.
See, now I would not have taken Keenan Allen there at the 2-8. That just seems dumb to me.
Really?
It's
Man,
gross.
they're really high on your boy Keenan Allen. Yeah, I don't know about that business. And and it's good. Man, so CD gets all the way into midway through the second.
Yeah. So, all right. So this guy that took Keenan, he took Austin Eckler too. So maybe
So,
he's just really high on that Chargers offense.
all right, let's piece of that.
So yeah, so me and you, we've been doing some of these best ball drafts, the super flex ones here lately, and those are like that's a neat contest too because it's only a like a $3 buy-in,
Yeah.
and if you guys have never done super flex before, those quarterbacks fly off the board. It's crazy.
I mean, literally third round, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel like Baker Mayfield is left.
Yeah, yeah. Baker Mayfield could be your third round pick if you put it off. And I like to put quarterback off. So so that's I don't know. It's crazy. Like I kind of don't like Superflex. And you just joined a Superflex, didn't you, for work?
Well, they're starting one up. We're getting, I think we got about maybe 2/3 of the league full, but people are like kind of shying away from it. They're like, I don't think I want to play in that kind of league. Um,
Oh, okay.
but that was kind of the idea. Like the commissioner kind of wants to just make it weird and quirky.
Yeah.
Like they're doing IDP and doing like I think maybe maybe 4 or 6 points for a sack for IDP. Like just you know just having fun with the point system.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know, just doing something original. All right, so you're coming up here. So you've got yeah, I don't know. You got some options here.
Yeah.
We
I'm
start
going Olave or Smith, whichever one's left.
okay. So you're still just stacking up receiver talent here.
Yeah. Why is everyone skipping on these guys? All right. Olave or Smith?
Mm,
Hmm.
I
I'm gonna
mean,
go Olave since he's the one.
yeah.
Well, I don't think so. I kind of want a piece of that
I,
Philly
I want to
offense.
be on the Philly offense. Yeah,
Yeah.
because see the Saints are that second year offense that could go backwards.
Yeah.
This could
And
not.
so I don't think that this is yeah, because you wouldn't just start four players. That's ridiculous. So I think it's just keeping up with what we got.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so like going back to like Superflex best ball, um, I think it's good like that. Like, 'cause I know you got Cup in this one, but I think we have a lot of Bijan exposure in some of the other ones we've drafted.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's good to like mix it up. It's kind of like creating a stock portfolio. You're trying to like not get too risky and expose yourself to too much of the same thing.
Yeah. I also speaking of risk, like and it might matter more in like your season longs and dynasties, but um like I kind of want to do an episode on risk exposure in your draft. So like obviously like so say Saquon was still holding out and Josh Jacobs was still holding out and you took oh damn it, I was gonna take Jameer Gibbs right there. He just went. But like, yeah, so like, I don't know. So say you went Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs, and then you took like, I don't know, Kadarius Tony later, and then like just too much risk on one team. Like lots of high upside, but like you got to have some sort of floor in there. Like I'm all about taking, your highest rated guy and all that, but I mean, it's got to make sense, I think.
So that one guy, he has Bijan, Chubb, and Gibbs, and he just took his first receiver, Judy,
Okay.
but he's looking to outscore the league every week with those three running backs.
Yeah.
Oh, Christian Watson before Dubs. All right.
Man, okay, it's not looking good. All right. I don't think I like anybody here. Brees Hall, you know what? He'd be my RB2. He's not healthy, though. I have 7 seconds.
7
Uh,
cents.
I'm gonna go Najee if I can pull it
Najee.
off. Oh,
Oh,
just made it.
oh man. Oh, high
Yeah,
drama.
I definitely. Yeah, so like I don't have like a mouse. I have like the stupid mouse that's touch screen like on the
Yeah.
and anyway like so yeah I was like I definitely hit that like a second after I think but
And like
it
I'm
was
on a delay and it came after. And I was like, oh, he didn't get that. I was like,
yeah.
who I don't even know who top of the board was. I don't know who you would have.
I think I would have ended up with Brees Hall, which wouldn't have been terrible, but
And you know what? And he goes right after. He goes right after you and
yeah, so it's fine. So yeah, the reason why I even went down to RB 15, like I'm not a mixing guy, and RBs are starting to, I don't know, the quality of receivers still kind of there.
mm-hmm.
So that running back, I just feel like I needed to get that. I like to wait on tight end too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm starting to like think that this could be a resurgent tight end year where maybe there's just a little bit better tight end play and better scoring amongst tight ends. I don't know. It's just like we're coming off a year where it was so pathetic at tight end
Right.
that maybe there's going to be a dramatic shift in the other direction. We saw a lot of teams draft rookie tight ends. Tight ends. There used to be more parity with tight end. It used to not just be like two guys.
Yeah.
So maybe we swing back because when I'm looking through the tight ends, I can see a path for a lot of them to have a
Yeah.
really nice year.
Yeah.
And that's not just because I'm doing George Kittle's hair every afternoon. It's like I mean, he's always like, "I'm gonna have a great season." I'm like, "I know, you told me last time."
Man, I don't think I like anybody here. All right. You know who I'm starting to come around on, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take him, Aaron Jones, right here.
Yeah, I kind of got talking
Unless,
to Aaron Jones
um,
this afternoon.
yeah, unless Rusty Maverick is. All right, good. All
Okay,
right, so
he didn't give you the rusty trombone there.
no, and it looks like he trained with Jordan Love 3 months ago, so that's huge.
The amount of BS that gets reported this time of year,
Oh, everyone's chasing hype. It's crazy.
yeah, it's like Aaron Jones worked out with his friend one time.
Yeah.
The rapport is amazing. But no, so,
So
so what's gotten you turned around on Aaron Jones? I think that's probably a good conversation topic.
yeah, so Aaron Jones. And this team's okay. So Aaron Jones, I just got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? He always shows up. Like it's not sexy at all, but you know, I don't think AJ Dillon's a threat to him. I think he's the clear cut one. And I used to be an AJ Dillon guy. I was like, he's going to take over. He's going to take over, and they never did. Aaron Rodgers leaned on Jones quite a bit these last couple years. And Jordan Love, he sucks even more than Aaron Rodgers last year. So he's really going to depend on that run game. He's going to check down to him a lot.
Mhm.
So that's kind of why I don't know, I've just kind of come across that realization, I guess.
Well, and here's my theory, and this is 100% me. Like, I love it when I have 100% me takes. This is like, I guess this is because we're podcasters now, and I'm starting
Yeah,
to have me takes.
famous.
But you got in Green Bay an agreeable quarterback, someone who's going to run the play as called.
Yeah,
So Aaron Rodgers was a disagreeable quarterback. He was not running the plays as called. When you think about it, last year biggest frustration with last year was, dear God, they suck. Give your best player, aka Aaron Jones, the ball. Why is he not getting the ball? Well, what if a lot of that was Aaron Jones and his disregard for the coaching staff not running the play as called.
Yeah.
So you got Jordan Love in there. He's a let's call it he's a company man. And
Yeah.
he's gonna get up to the line. And if the play is Aaron Jones left, we're gonna get Aaron Jones left.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. And like Aaron Rodgers does drugs too. So like I don't think Jordan Love is doing drugs.
Yeah,
So
good man.
he's a good man with a good plan, and that plan is get Aaron Jones the damn ball.
So yeah, I'm coming around on Jones just because I was baffled last year because I was like, this coaching staff is supposedly a smart coaching staff. They should know Aaron Jones is your best asset on the field. Why is he not getting the ball? And the only thing I could think of was just Rodgers being insubordinate.
Yeah.
Or just not being insubordinate, but just like thinking I know better than you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna force this ball across the middle again to someone who's
Yeah.
not gonna catch it.
Yeah. Pretty much. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I like that you put it in real life terms too, because it's something we can all understand. We've all seen that guy at work, right? Like the guy who just I don't know, like the numbers are great at the end of the day, but the process, people shouldn't do the same thing.
Right. Yeah. So, you know, if you get your wins and losses straight, but everyone around you's miserable, I don't know. It still seems like a loss to me.
Yeah.
So you
So I
thinking,
put off quarterback pretty bad.
yeah, you think your first QB now?
uh,
I mean, JSN's still out there.
I know. Yeah, you know what? If JSN's still there, I'm probably going JSN.
If not JSN, then who are you getting a quarterback?
I've really started to get high on Darren Waller now that he's kind of looking me in the face right there.
Yeah.
Um, oh, he's gone.
Oh, there he
Yeah.
goes. Yeah. Right. But you know what?
I,
Have you heard the news about like they're gonna try to manage Waller a little bit as to keep him healthy? So maybe he's not gonna get the biggest of workloads.
yeah, maybe they don't make him block.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Oh, dang. JSM went.
It was JSN. All right. So here we go. Option one, option two are gone. What happens now?
Oh, it's scramble time. All right. So we've got Jahan Dotson. If we're into that sort of thing, we got Traylon Burks. Javante Williams looking super healthy lately.
Okay.
Um, Zay Flowers. Someone took a butt
Real
cheese
hype
boy,
about
Michael Pittman.
this.
Mm, I think we're gonna reach on a guy.
Okay.
I think we're gonna go get Javante Williams.
All right.
Just be
All
take
right.
some risk. I mean, I think we've taken some safe guys. Like I mentioned, risk and everything. So like Cooper Cup, Tony Pollard, Devontae Smith, Najee Harris, Aaron Jones, Marquise Brown. Some unhealthy guys in there, but and Marquise Brown, that's someone that I just can't stop taking. Like he's just always there for me whenever I need him,
Yeah.
and he gets that volume. There's nobody else in Arizona. He doesn't do a lot with the volume, but he does enough to get like 8 catches and 88 yards and maybe a touchdown, and that's enough for me. So
Yeah. Yeah. And his nickname's Hollywood, so that's always fun.
yeah, he's got the cool factor.
Way cool. He's got good hair.
Yeah, hair all over the place. So here's the thing with best ball. Whenever you get auto drafted, I think it always takes the guy at the top. So someone's gonna get Kadarius Toney's injured ass. So
Oh. Oh.
man, so glad. And honestly, I want to take him off my tier list too. Like he's the very last spot, but like I don't know, he's already hurt. Like
He's already injured. I haven't heard this. Update me.
yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So a couple days ago, he tweaked something, and I think he had to undergo surgery.
Oh my
So, like, he's not out for a long time. There's still hope that he shows up. Um, there's still hope that he shows up for the like first week and everything. But Good Lord, dude.
I
Like,
tell you what, that's something I do feel like I can speak on with some level of like expertise. Is just like specifically non-contact sports injuries. Oh, Elijah Moore, you got to do it.
yup.
Yeah,
Amari Cooper got a little bit hurt the other day too. Like, so Elijah Moore, I think he's someone who's gonna just do really well.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
But like, yeah,
uh,
like non-contact sports injuries, which Kadarius Toney is a repeat offender in that territory. Contact sports injuries, you can't do anything about that. If you get twisted and
that
turned up,
guy just got him.
oh, foolish. But like, it's the non-contact injuries, and many times are indicative of your post-game routine. That's your training routine. That's your recovery routine. That's how you're taking care of yourself when you're not on the field. And when a guy just piles up non-contact injury after non-contact injury, that tells me there's a level of carelessness with how they take care of their body when they're not playing the game, when they're not actively playing the game.
Right,
And
right.
you gotta like do that stuff. Like you look at guys like Larry Fitzgerald had a fine fantasy career, had a super long NFL career, and wasn't marked by like tons and tons of injuries because he was notorious for taking care of himself. Value and like if you value yourself as a player, you value your fantasy owners because you're going to stay on the field for them. And so you getting hurt all the time is like disrespecting all your fantasy owners.
Right. Yeah, it's not very nice.
Put some respect on my name.
So I've really waited on quarterback. I was gonna take Richardson with the next pick and then follow that up with like another guy.
Hey, I mean, you
But
got golf right there. Nothing wrong with some golf.
yeah, I'm thinking Goff, but I'm wondering if it's just too early to take him. Like he's so far down. And then
You
I
think?
gotta think like,
Well, what's the quarterback situation looking like ahead of you?
right. So here's the thing. I think I can even put it off because everybody else has their quarterback.
I think you risk it. If you think you're going to go for golf, I think you risk it. I mean, I see everyone on your screen here has a quarterback. Now, I can't read the name entirely, but 3 picks ahead of you, no QB.
Yeah, the
But
Green Ranger.
I don't think they're going all the way down to golf.
Yeah, probably not. And like I'd be cool with Prescott if I didn't already have Tony Pollard. But you know what? To kind of minimize some of that risk, and I do this a lot, Samaje P. Ryan,
Hey,
put him with Javante Williams.
nice.
That way, and I've talked about the Broncos backfield before, but like, or no, that video hasn't dropped yet. It drops later,
Ooh.
um, but yeah, I think that's the most important handcuff right now in in the NFL is that Javante Williams, Samaje P. Ryan, because they can both produce. Um, and they're now in a Sean Payton ran offense. We've saw what he can do with Kamara and Ingram. I think he's trying to do kind of a similar thing here,
Yeah,
um, with Javante Williams being more of the Kamara.
and that's Dr. Zor.
Yep, and that's why I get paid the big bucks. So, oh, what's his name? He took Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott went. So I need to get. I don't know. I think
So
I've.
this pick's gonna be golf.
It might have to be, even though it's way down there.
Yeah, but it's
What
best
is?
ball, and so best ball. I think quarterback has a little more value in best ball, or as far as like getting a few top top-ish mid-level quarterbacks. You don't want to be stuck with that crap quarterback in best ball.
No, no. So
But
yeah, Jared Goff, he's way down there. We're gonna take him early because we kind of have to. So, and I think we have enough. Like I love loading up on the skill positions.
Yeah.
So I think we have enough there.
And this is your 10th pick, right?
Yeah, this is 10th pick. So
Okay. So if he's still there, the doctor's going to hit up Goff with his 10th pick. We'll close out this episode, and he'll finish up picking on the other
yeah.
side.
Yeah, you can just hit stop record, but stay with me so we can hang out and have fun and finish up the draft.
Yeah, who needs all of our fans? We can have fun.
Yeah. Man, I hope these guys don't take their third quarterback. That would really suck.
I hope there's more high drama right before. I hope at
Oh.
least one more quarterback comes off the board,
Yeah.
but not our board. And Goff, I think Goff's a great pick. Like people don't even
Me
know.
too.
They don't even know what they're missing out on.
Right.
Sometimes like the name. There it goes.
We got him.
All right, so recap what you got in your 10 picks before we close out.
Yeah. So if we pull this up, and I'm not sure how well everyone can see it, but we went Cooper Kupp, Tony Pollard, Devonta Smith, Najee Harris, Aaron Jones, Marquise Brown, Javonte Williams, Elijah Moore, Samaje P. Ryan, and Jared Goff. So I haven't taken tight end yet because I feel like it's something I can wait on. Also, I feel like we got blessed with Goff. Was a little worried that he would be gone, but I like the team so far. It's it's probably gonna win the $20,000 each week. So
We won't need
yep, and this is our joint account. So we split everything down the middle, and that's the most fun way to do it. I think. Like, yeah, you can make money for yourself, but why not get rich with your best friend?
Fantasy is about fun, taking risks, having a good time, chatting about it. That's what it's about. So
Yeah.
quit being so dang serious. Quit trying to win millions of dollars for yourself and go run away to an island somewhere. Have fun with your friends.
Yeah, win thousands with your friends instead.
Yeah, millions for myself or thousands for my friends. So, on behalf of Dr. Drye, this is the end of this episode. We appreciate y'all watching and listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and make sure you tune in to the next episode and keep up with us. But in the meantime, happy drafting if you're doing that business, and we will catch y'all in our next episode.
Yeah, we're looking for a 13th subscriber. That could be you.
Be lucky number 13.
Yep. See ya. Whoa.